Welcome back to the Boilermaker Breakdown, your midweek update on Purdue Athletics. I'm Matthew Sow. Ahead, we'll see highlights from another big weekend from the track and field team, as well as an early season victory by the women's tennis team, and you'll hear news from the basketball court. But first, our top story, National Signing Day for the football team. National Signing Day saw a great atmosphere in the Purdue football offices, with members of the Ross Aid Brigade in attendance to hear all about the newly committed Boilermakers. National letters of intent streamed in all morning, including the official letters from 3 early enrollees, Kirk Barron, Langston Newton, and David Blau. In all, it was a fantastic way to begin the new football season. We're here with Purdue head football coach Daryl Hazel on signing day. And Coach, you just wrapped up the class for the most part. What are your thoughts on the class overall?
I'm very excited about this class. You talk about guys with tremendous character. We got 18 captains within this group, which brings that natural leadership that you like to have. But also their football expertise, it's pretty good. And to watch them run around and do the things that they're capable of doing, they're exciting.
Now, I imagine it was a pretty long day for you. You probably got here pretty early, but take me through that process, what time you got here, and then what it's like waiting to see that fax machine light up and the papers that come across.
Well, we got in about 6:05 or so, and we had a little bit of breakfast, and then the faxes started rolling in about 7 o'clock. We had one little glitch between 9:30 and 10:30 where one guy's fax was holding up about 3 or 4 other guys' faxes, but other than that, it's been a pretty smooth transition for today.
Then you brought 3 guys out there already enrolled, Langston Newton, Kirk Barron, David Blau. Why were they the ones that came in early, and have you had a chance to see them, and what can they do this spring?
I haven't seen them yet since they've been here on campus, but we had a chance to work with 2 of them, David and Kirk, in camp last year, and those 2 are phenomenal players. I think they're really going to push guys for position time next year, but we also got Langston, a guy that we needed up front, defensive line-wise, who can rush the passer.
Well, Coach, I appreciate your time, and we'll look forward to see you guys. Spring practice starts on March 6th. Another week, another amazing performance for the throwers on the track and field team. Several throwers competed in the Findlay Elite Meet in Ohio. Danny Bunch won both the shot put and the weight throw, earning her 4th consecutive Big Ten Field Athlete of the Week honor and 5th of the season. Chuck Anekwachi also won the weight throw, improving on his world best mark and defeating 3-time U.S. Olympian A.G. Kruger in the process. That earned Chuck the Big Ten Athlete of the Week honor as well, his 4th of the season. Coy Blair also competed, finishing 3rd in the shot put and setting a personal record in the weight throw. The women's tennis team got a nice win over 25th-ranked TCU at the Schwartz Tennis Center. The Boilermakers dropped the doubles point, but won 4 of the 5 singles matches that were completed, including impressive performances from Daniela Vidal and Nicole Robinson. With the win, the Boilermakers improved to 2-1 on the young season. The men's team traveled to Waco to take on 7th-ranked Baylor. The Boilermakers got a win from Diego Acosta in singles, but dropped the match 6-1. They are now 2-1 on the season. The wrestling team got a huge road win at Indiana last Friday night, defeating the Hoosiers 18-16. Led by a fall from 133-pounder Cash Quiroga, the Boilermakers won 5 of the 10 bouts on the night, but Quiroga's bonus points made the difference. It was the 4th straight win for Purdue over its in-state rival. Over at the Boilermaker Aquatic Center, the men's swimming and diving team split a pair of duels, beating Wisconsin but falling to Minnesota. Diver Jamie Bissett and sprinter Guillermo Blanco each won 2 events on the weekend. The women lost to both Wisconsin and Minnesota despite a solid all-around effort. Both teams are gearing up for the Big Ten championships later this month. On the hardwood, it was a tough week for the men's basketball team as they dropped a pair of Big Ten contests. Purdue fell to Michigan in Ann Arbor last Thursday and lost at Penn State on Sunday afternoon. Coach Matt Painter's club is now 13-9 overall, 3-6 in Big Ten action. The women dropped a heartbreaker to Penn State last Thursday in Mackey Arena, then fell at Michigan State on Sunday. The Boilermakers lost more than the game in East Lansing as starting guard K.K. Hauser went down with a knee injury. The senior is exploring her options at this point while conferring with medical professionals. Just a handful of games remain for each basketball team, including key matchups for both in the coming week. The women's basketball team welcomes Ohio State to Katy Court Thursday night before heading to Michigan for a game on Sunday. The men's team travels to Ohio State for a showdown with the Buckeyes on Saturday. The wrestling team hosts Illinois Friday night in Holloway Gymnasium for senior night. That match begins at 7 o'clock. Women's tennis hosts Georgia State on Friday afternoon and welcomes Tulsa to town for a noon match on Sunday. Track and field heads to Notre Dame for the Mayo Invitational Friday and Saturday. Men's swimming and diving travels to Bloomington Saturday to take on Indiana live on the Big Ten Network. The women head to Columbus for the Ohio State Winter Invite on Saturday and Sunday. And believe it or not, softball season begins this weekend as well, as the Boilermakers head to Louisiana, where they will take on North Carolina, Northern Iowa, and Texas. As always, check PurdueSports.com for updates throughout the week, and don't forget to catch the breakdown next week. Boiler up!